I earned $10,158.50 last week. I don't know if you can see that, selling silly little PDFs. Now, let me give you a little context. I did a launch last week. I've been running ads selling PDFs, and people have been asking me how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. They're sliding into my DMs, they're commenting on my post. And that's kind of how I do things. I share the results, and people ask questions, and they want to know how I'm doing it. So I was building up anticipation over the last couple of months. And I said, all right, I'm going to put out a PDF, and it's called the Piss Off Boss Playbook. If you want to grab a copy, it's only $27. It's linked in the description, and it's how I'm generating 10 to 15 customers each and every day with simple content and simple ads. And so I had a launch last week, so that was a big part of it. A $10,000 week is not typical. It's nice when it happens. It happened last October when I launched a PDF called Threads Unleashed 2. I think I did 11,000 in that week. So 5-figure weeks are cool, but they're not the norm. Not yet, at least. And so about $5,500 in sales was from the launch. I did pick up a coaching client for $1,500, and then I did pick up a VIP day with a lady. She messaged me last week, and she was interested in working together, and she says, I want what you have in my business. I said, all right, well, I have a coaching program, and I'm going to open up spots in a couple of days. And she said, I don't have time for a coaching program. I want something right now. So I said, okay. I said, how about a VIP day? And she says, I love it. Now, mind you, I've never ran a VIP day before. Not once. And I told her that. I was very upfront. A VIP day is basically you work with someone for 6 to 8 hours and you knock out a project together in one day. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow, actually. She wrote me a very nice DM. I'm going to screenshot it and I'll share it up here. She's been a business owner for 20 plus years. And that DM from her meant the world. I really appreciated it. And it shows me, okay, people appreciate what I'm doing. So that's the context with all of the 10,000. So I have 5 takeaways or insights or shifts that I made over the last several months with my content and strategy and kind of approach. And so I got these on my phone, and I'm going to kind of just share these 5 tips, and hopefully you can take what you want, discard what you want, whatever. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm just sharing with you guys and gals what I did and what's been working well for me. Number 1, I talk about something I truly enjoy talking about. I love creating content. I love talking about entrepreneurship. I love getting people to take fast, imperfect action, kick procrastination in the teeth. It fills me up with joy. It truly, truly does. I love creating YouTube videos. I love writing content. I really enjoy the content creation process. Not to say I don't have bad days or I struggle with ideas, I do. But man, I really, really like it. I have a product called the Digital Product Challenge, linked down below. And it's to help you create and launch a digital product in 5 days or less. And when you launch it, I will become your first customer. And it's helped, so far I've helped 75 people launch their own digital product. And it feels so damn good when people message me saying, dude, I've wanted to launch a digital product for 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 years. And your challenge is finally the thing that got me to take action and actually do it. Several people have had their digital products done. They were on their desktop or computer or Google Drive done for months. And they didn't have the courage to publish it until they took my challenge. So I truly think that's my gift, at least right now, May 5th or 6th, 2025, is I'm really good at getting people to take action and get over their fears, kick procrastination in the teeth. I truly think that's what God put me on this earth to do, at least for now. That might change in 3, 6, 12 months, but for right now, that's what I feel my gift is. I've developed skill sets to get people to take action and fuck their excuses. So I'm very proud of that. So I'm doing something that I truly enjoy and talking about something that I truly enjoy. And that's a big, big part of it. A lot of people I see get in this make money online space and they're teaching people how to make money online just because everybody else does it. You know, it's not a joy. And you can tell. It's really easy to tell. You know, they loathe creating content. It's a chore. Not me. This is a privilege that I get to create content and get paid to do it. So that's number one. Number two is I show up every day, no matter what. I have a phrase that I got from the Dan Patrick show. I'm a big Dan Patrick fan. And he jokes around and he says, every day is the Super Bowl. And I say that often in my content. I show up every day, every single day. It's very rare that I miss a day creating content. It's very rare on one of the platforms. Instagram's been my platform lately, where I show up daily. And I would say in the last 6 months, I bet you I missed maybe one day, honestly. I'm always creating content. I always show up, whether I'm sick, whether it's cold, whether I'm busy, whether I fill in the blank. I show up every single day, no excuses. And it's not just like, oh, be consistent. You know, I hate that bullshit. Some of these greedy gurus say, be consistent. Yes, that's a big part of it. I would say that's queen, but consistently doing the bad things or the wrong things isn't going to get you to where you need to go. You know, so direction is king, consistency is queen. You know, in direction, you kind of figure out on your own, or you hire a coach or a mentor to kind of skip that process. But a lot of it is trial and error to figure out what's working, what's not working, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Leaning into your strengths, shying away from the weaknesses, things like that. That usually takes some trial and error. And really, whether you're working with a coach or mentor or not, there's going to be a level of trial and error to figure out what works for you. You know, so that's the second takeaway. That I show up every single day. Now, I'm not saying you have to post content every single day. That's just what I do. If you want to post content 3 times a week, that's fine. You might not see the results as fast, although if you're running ads, you don't have to post content as much. But again, this is my perspective. I show up every day. Not saying you have to do that. Not saying it's not going to work if you don't show up daily. And none of that bullshit. Number 3, this was a big shift I made. I've been creating content on the internet for a long time. I made my first digital dollar during Obama's first term in office, which was in January of 2011. I've had some good months and good years, and I've had some pathetic months and years. And for years, I created content, and I very seldom pitched my product. I didn't make offers. I didn't want to be salesy. So I just created content and was hoping I would guilt them into buying. Man, he gives a lot of value. I feel I got to buy something from him. And that sometimes kind of worked, but I didn't have the audience, the size of the audience for it to pay enough money. You know, so for years I floundered around. I was scared, I was nervous about pitching. I didn't want to be too salesy. And I know that's a big problem for a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, I had a call with the guy the other day, entrepreneur. We got breaking it down, and it turns out he pitches his paid product. He emails his list once a week, and he pitches his product, his paid product, which is a $17 PDF, in his email. And he emails once a week. So he makes one offer a week. Get this. He has 34 people on his email list. And I said, brother, what's 30% of 34? And he said about 9 or 10, 30% open rate. I said, you're pitching your $17 PDF to 9 or 10 people a week. And that's if they read the entire email, which obviously not everybody reads the entire email. And he had a light bulb moment. He's like, shit, I'm not making enough offers. So that's my third takeaway or third insight is make offers. I make an offer every single day. Every single day. I treat it like I brush my teeth and I take a shower. It's something I do daily. And I do it multiple times a day. I have an email list. I send out an email 6 days a week. I usually don't email Saturday. I pitch in every single email. It's a soft pitch. It's at the bottom. It's not a hardcore over-the-top pitch. But I do make an offer in every email. I also, on my Instagram stories, I pitch just about every single day. I'd say 6 days out of 7. And I pitch multiple times a day on Instagram, where I link to a product where they can purchase. When I make these YouTube videos, I'll be making a video and I'll say, grab the digital product challenge down below, grab the Piss Off Boss Playbook down below. That's making an offer. So I am pitching my products much, much more. Also, I run ads right now. I'm running ads to the Piss Off Boss Playbook, and I'm getting about 700 clicks a day to my sales page. So how I see it is every time somebody clicks my ad and goes to my sales page, I am making them an offer because I am pitching. I mean, I'm not there physically, but they're clicking on my website and seeing it, and I'm making them an offer. So in essence, I'm making over 500 offers every single day. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that's basically what it is. That's what my sales page is designed to do. It's pitching them an offer. They're clicking it and seeing it. Now, I only convert about 2%, so it's not, but I'm making 500 offers every single day via ads. So that was a big shift of mine since July 1st of last year, is I make more offers. I talk about it on Threads. I'm known as the Make More Offers guy, as well as a couple other nicknames. The Threads King, King of Threads, the PDF King. But I make offers, And what I find is the more offers I make, the more people I help. The more people I help, the more money I make. Maybe write that down, maybe repeat it, maybe tattoo it on your forehead, but you gotta make offers. It sounds so silly, and I'll just wrap it up with this one story real quick. I hired a mentor back in 2016. This lady's went on to earn over $30 million on the internet, selling courses, coaching, consulting. Needless to say, she's very successful. I remember something she said in 2016, which is 9 years ago now. She said, the reason I make more money than most is I make more offers than most. And I just remember hearing it, and it didn't click for like a few months. And it took me years to actually listen to what she said and implement it. But that's the reason I make a lot of money right now. Or I shouldn't say a lot of money. I make a decent amount of money right now selling PDFs because I make a lot of offers. So that's takeaway number 3. Number 4 is a big one. I share the good and the bad. I'm not just braggy. Go check out my Instagram. It's linked right down below. I share the ups, I share the downs, I share the happy, I share the sad, I share the good, I share the bad. I was just doing a training for my buddy Josh and his community this morning. And I was just started the training. I was probably about maybe 5 minutes into it. And he interrupted. He said, excuse me, Adam, I don't mean to interrupt, but I really want to make this point. And he was telling his community, he said, Adam, out of all the people that I follow online, this guy shares his losses more than anybody else. And he's like, I think he shares his losses more than he shares his wins. And people really appreciate that. I don't have it all figured out. I've told you guys and gals this. I'll never have it all figured out. I fuck up far more times than I succeed. And I'm open and honest about it, And people really appreciate that. I get more engagement on the negative or the post that I lose or fail. People love it, They love that realness, the authenticity. So that's a big, big part of it, is I share the good and the bad. Don't claim to have it all figured out. And then the last one, I saved the best for last. I have a lot of fun doing what I do. I really enjoy it. Again, not to say I don't have bad moments. I try not to have bad days, but I do have bad moments. But I have a lot of fun. I mean, if you go read my Threads feed, you can pretty much tell that, man, this guy, he doesn't take himself too seriously. He doesn't act like he's a 43-year-old man, I mean, I'm cracking jokes. I poke fun at myself. I talk about all kinds of things. I talk about my love of the show Dateline. Over the winter time, I talked about my love for eggnog and pumpkin pie. I mean, I bet you people think I eat pumpkin pie and drink eggnog all day long because I talk about it so much. Talk about my love of pizza and cheeseburgers. Talk about my love for, Eminem and Biggie Smalls, the rappers, and I quote rap lyrics in my content and talk about being a dad and the mistakes I've made as a dad and some of the wins I've made as a dad. My daughter's been getting bullied lately. I've been sharing that on Instagram. I walk around with this vest, this 20-pound vest. I talk about that. I jump rope every single day. I talk about that. I mean, I talk about all kinds of content. It's not just like business shit, like that would be too boring for me. I swear, some people don't like it. It's like, oh, go find somebody else. I spell words wrong, not on purpose. I'm not the best. I'm a pretty good speller. Grammar, not the best grammar. But I have fun doing it. And I notice a lot of people forget that part, the fun part. They're so stuck up with it, or not stuck up, but they're so uptight with it. They take it way too seriously, and that's not sustainable. So that's my last point, is I have a lot of fun with what I do. And again, like I said, I'm not saying it's sunshine and rainbows. I have crippling self-doubt, a fear of judgment, opinions of others, imposter syndrome. I struggle with all of that shit too. Just over the years, I've gotten better at managing those emotions, but I still have those. They still get in the way, you know. So a quick recap. Number one, I talk about something I truly enjoy talking about. I would do this if I wasn't making money. And last June, I looked at my sales last June. July 1st, I released Threads Unleashed that changed my life. It was a 43-page ebook about how I was growing on Threads, and I made $19,000 in the in the month of July. Go check on my channel. I talk about that. The month prior, last May, I made $141. $141. You know, so I was doing all this shit basically for free. Number two, I show up daily. Number three, I make offers every single day. Number four, I share the good and the bad. And then, like I said, number five, probably most important, is I have fun doing it. So anyways, I'm going to wrap up this call, or I'm going to wrap up this these 5 takeaways I had from earning $10,158 last week. If you have comments, questions, drop them down below. Hit subscribe. I try to post 2 to 3 YouTube videos, again, sharing the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the ups, the downs, and how I earn a living selling PDFs, silly PDFs on the internet.